Hi guys! I'm going to show you how I did this makeup look. I've recently started playing with eyeshadow, so this is one of my latest experiments. I hope it looks alright. I used mostly pinks and reds to create this soft, blushy makeup look. I think it's really romantic and girly. Okay, let's get on to how I did it. The first thing I did was get my hair up and out of the way, so it wouldn't bother me while I was busy doing my makeup. I'm going to define my brows using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade and this little angled brush. To make it easier to apply this where I want it, I'm first brushing my eyebrow up using a toothbrush. I personally prefer a toothbrush over a spoolie. I start with small strokes at the edge of the brow and slowly move inward. I use small strokes to keep it looking very natural. Next, I brush my eyebrow down to reach the top easier. I basically just follow the natural shape of my brow. When I'm done filling it, I brush through it again to blend everything together. Then I just repeat the same steps on the other eyebrow. The next step is concealer. I start by covering my dark circles with some Shape Tape concealer. Then I cover up any problem areas. After that, I use a wet makeup sponge to blend everything in. Next, I use the concealer to prime my eyes. I have pretty oily eyelids, so my eyeshadow always creases. Priming my eyes helps prevent this. I don't really wear foundation, so when I'm done with the concealer, I move on to the eyeshadow. I started with this berry-colored L'Oreal Paris eyeshadow. I used my finger to pat the color onto the lid. Then I use a brush to blend everything out. After it was blended, I decided it wasn't dark enough for me, so I added another layer and blended that out too. I did the same on the other eye. Once I was happy with that, I used an angle brush to put the same color on my lower lash line. To darken up the crease, I applied this plum color with a brush, then I blended it out. After that, I took this brown Elizabeth Arden eye pencil and lined my bottom lashes for a little more definition. To add a little sparkle to my eyeshadow, I took this shimmery copper eyeshadow and patted it in the center of my lid. At this point, I decided my eyeshadow wasn't bright or colorful enough, so I took this Rimmel London lip liner and used it to line my lower lash line. After that, I decided to put it on the upper lash line too. Then I just blended it out. Once I was happy with the eyeshadow, I used the same lip liner on the tip of my nose. Doing this almost makes it look like you've been out in the cold for a little too long. Next, I took a little petroleum jelly and mixed it with a bit of that berry eyeshadow from before and used it as a blush. Then I blended it out. I decided the blush wasn't dark enough for me, so I took a red lip gloss and used that as a blush. I like using things with textures like Vaseline and lip gloss because they won't dry down, so they'll stay looking very dewy. I have dry skin, so anything that'll make me look dewy is perfect. Now I'm ready for some highlight. I have this light champagne-y pinky liquid eyeshadow that I like to use as a highlighter. I applied a little on my brow bone, a bit down the center of my nose, and on the tip of my nose, and on my cheekbones. Now for the lips. I started by applying a little of this Clinique lip balm to prep them. Next, I'm applying some of this pink Clinique lip gloss. To darken up the center of my lips, I'm using this red lipstick. I like adding some color to the center and then blending it out. Next, I took down my hair and then quickly remembered that I didn't apply any mascara yet, so I did that quickly. I just used a regular black mascara, and that's it. That's the look. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think it's a really soft and romantic look. What do you guys think? Does it look okay? And that's the finished look. Thoughts? I wanted to do fake eyelashes, but I could not do it, so I will try again next time, but I think it turned out okay. Very blushy, red, cute. Thanks for watching if you did. That's that.